Hello, I'm Steve. Thanks for visiting the Patio Heat channel, where we provide visual concepts of infrared heating as well as tips for ideal patio comfort. Check out our patioheat.com website for sales and more information. Please tap that like button if you find this video useful, as it helps others find our channel. Now let's get heating. All right, so here we have this residential application. Let's go right into the overall dimensions. I have an overall dimension here of 29 feet roughly, and then a section cut here from here. I should say from this edge here to this edge here, about 14.9. I have a depth of 14.2, 9.2, and then 8.1 inside edge to the wall here. We have a ceiling height of about 9'4" to the upper edge here, and then about a drop right here about 15 inches. We do have a couple of recessed lighting up here. We do have a doorway. The doorway swings inwards, and a couple of windows here. So let's go ahead and throw some seating here. I'm going to give you a couple different options in the seating. I believe they do have a TV set over here, so I would imagine that they use this for a reclining area for the most part, but we'll go ahead and switch this up a little bit here in just a minute. So let's turn off the dimensions overall and look at the different options that we have. So option 1 would be to take 2 of the 5,000 watt Infratech CD5024 models and place them just 1 foot on the outside edge of these lamps here. So if I went right here to the center, 12 inches to the center of the heater, that's what I'd put the heater. Same with this edge here, 12 inches from the center to the center of the heater. And then the heaters themselves are centered within this opening from this beam here to the wall here. All right, you can see that we have a really nice footprint of heat that's uniform throughout the whole space. That's why I like this application. And as far as clearances below 18 inches on all 4 sides, 36 inches below, no problem with that. All right, so that would be my preferred application. I just want to throw in just one extra, just in case this is a seating area over here. So over here, I'd place a 6,000 watt unit, so we got a longer throw to the left right here. And then you can see here, we are 18 inches away from this beam here. And for that reason, we're not getting the full coverage I would like to have outside here, but that's something that might just be acceptable for this seating inside edge here. So these 4 seats here basically would be accommodated, I guess. So, all right, let me go ahead and turn that off. And I'm going to turn off this option here and put in a different option, which would be something like this, where you would take a 6,000 watt unit centered within the patio space here. And I did that basically because of the fact that the lighting's centered. And if you really wanted to get this, moved over, you would really want to center it between this edge of the wall here where the door starts to the edge of the wall over here. And that way it'll look uniform somewhat. I just don't think it would look uniform with the lighting up here, but truly it would work out better if we just move the heater over a little bit so that it's centered within that space there. And however, we would have something off a little bit on the ceiling. This is mounted to the ceiling. I have it at a 15-degree angle, and that angle is hitting this chair fairly decently. I would probably want it a little bit higher, but then if I did any more than 15, maybe 18 degrees, would be okay. But then I would be missing this outer edge over here. So just something to consider. If it's primarily out the inside edge here, then you would probably want to go ahead and put like a 18 to 20 degree angle here. Now, if you were sitting underneath here versus over here, you're going to feel more of the warmth over here than you would over here, because the distance travel of the heat ray itself is probably about another 1.5 to 2 feet further. So every foot you go further away, the intensities are divided by 4 roughly. So just to bear that in mind, it's an uneven heated space. So I would probably prefer the first option that I showed you. And let's go ahead and look at the alternative to this would be placing the heater in the center. But again, we're not really capturing the whole space again here. We're still missing the upper torso if you're sitting right here. And of course, over here, I do have this centered again within that space. So if we were to move this over, roughly about maybe 24 inches, so that we're centered more here between here and here, then we're getting on top of this chair here a lot better. And if there's 2 seats over here, again, you'd receive better heat right below the heater than you would if it was off to the edge over here like I showed you before. All right, so let me go ahead and put on the first option again, and I'm going to just change up the seating a little bit here to I put just the dining over here, and you can see here with the dining space you get good coverage throughout the whole area, and that's why I like the 5,000 watt units as opposed to the single unit over here. And of course the 6,000 watt over here would be fine if that is a space that's used at all. Alright, well, I hope this has helped. If you're looking for some assistance with your outdoor heating application, you would like us to review your plans, please send your information to designs@patioheat.com. I'm Steve. Thank you very much for watching. And again, please tap that like button. We don't advertise, we don't monetize, and therefore YouTube will not promote our channel unless we receive your appreciation, and we thank you so much for that. Have a great day.